yeah, I mean, that's the first preposition of place, at. Okay, remember, specific point in space. Now we've got on. On is very, very wide. You know, it's used in so many different ways. So on se utiliza para muchas cosas. The first one, it's surfaces, superficies. We use on for surfaces. They can be vertical surfaces, okay, vertical. They can be horizontal, horizontales. So we can say, for example, on the wall. Okay, there's a picture on the wall. Hay un cuadro en la pared. Tocando la pared, una superficie. On the wall. Or today we are going to sleep on the floor. We are going to sleep on the floor. Vamos a dormir en el suelo. On the floor. Or there is a bear on the roof. Hay un oso en el tejado. There is a bear on the roof. Okay. On the screen. That's interesting, right? The screen, la pantalla, the screen of a computer, we say on the screen because, you know, the screen is a surface. You know, when we speak about a building, un edificio, you know, the different floors, las distintas plantas, we say on the first floor, on the second floor, on the 25th floor, okay? So yeah, on. Okay, we also use on for technology. Every time we have any, you know, piece of technology, we use on. So we say on the phone, al teléfono, we speak on the phone, okay? Or on the computer, you know, I write on the computer. Escribo en el ordenador, on the computer. Or you can play a video game on the tablet. En una tablet. Iba a decir tableta. On the tablet. Or you can play Angry Birds, you know, Angry Birds. You can play Angry Birds on the smartphone. Or you listen to music on the radio. On television, you know. There's a very, very good program on television, you know. So yeah, for any piece of technology and for media, okay? Communication. And finally, we've got lines or edges, you know, para los bordes o para las líneas, todo lo que sea una línea. So we say, for example, on the coast, you know, on the coast, en la costa, because the coast is a line, isn't it? Or we say on the road, en la carretera. You know, we treat a road, it's like a line. On, for example, for a specific street, we say, I live on Cisneros Street, or I live on Santomera Street. And be careful, we say on the beach, en la playa. You know, we live on the beach. And yeah, that's a second preposition. So we've got at for a particular point in space. And we have on for surfaces, superficies, for technology, tecnología, and lines. Todo lo que sea una línea. So now the final one is en. And we use en when we refer to a space, you know, a closed space, un espacio cerrado. But you know, it doesn't have to be physically closed, you know, like a house. You know, a house is closed because it's got walls and a roof and a floor. Que una casa es un espacio cerrado, es una caja. It's a box. But we say in the park, because a park, okay, it's not closed. Okay, you can't see walls, no tiene murallas ni un techo. But we treat the park, tratamos el parque as a separate space from the city. Okay, we say, I am on the street and now I am in the park. Or for example, you say, I work in a hospital. Trabajo en un hospital dentro. I work in a hospital. I work in an academy. You sleep in your room. You sleep in your room, en tu habitación. Or, I don't know, I work in a restaurant. Trabajo en un restaurante. And also for countries, cities, and regions. You know, we treat countries and regions as separate spaces. You know, los países o los países o las regiones los tratamos como espacios separados. So we say we live in Spain, or we arrive in India, llegamos a la India, we arrive in India, or we live in Murcia, or don't know. And finally, for, any piece of literatura, we say in the book, en el libro, in the book, you can find a lot of examples in the book. In the paper, normally we say paper for an essay, en un trabajo, un ensayo, in the paper. And in the newspaper, en el periódico. Okay, so that was your second type of prepositions. Prepositions of place. We have at, on, and in. And, the same goes for prepositions of time. At, on, and in. So let's revise very, very quickly. For prepositions of time, we have at for a particular time or a particular moment, on for a specific date or day, and in for months, years, and moments of the parts of the day, in the morning, in the afternoon. And now for prepositions of place, we have at, a specific point in space, at work, at home, at university, at the bus stop. We have on for surfaces, on the wall, on the table, on the chair. We have for technology, okay, on the phone, on the tablet, on the computer, and for lines, on the coast, on the borderline, en la frontera, okay. And finally, we've got in for a closed space, in a building, in a hospital, in a park, in Spain, in France, in Germany, in China, in the newspaper, in the book. So that was your third lesson, okay, la tercera clase, curso inglés intermedio. I hope you learned. I really, really hope you learned, because a lot of people confuse prepositions, so you need to be careful. And I hope you liked the class. Espero que te haya gustado. Don't forget to leave a comment. Don't forget to leave a comment if you have anything to say, anything to comment. Just, tell me. Leave a comment on the post. And if you want to read updates, actualizaciones, or novedades, you can subscribe and get my ebook. Or you can go to the Facebook and Twitter pages and follow. I will post daily expressions and, more stuff. So enjoy your study and have a really, really nice